Let's talk about how some women sail through their 20s without giving much attention to their future, only to find out that things are not what they seem to be once they hit their 30s. A woman who wrote on a site described how challenging it is for her to date in her 30s and how she is really struggling. Many of her hopes and plans for the future are coming true.
I have hope.
This is a common theme I've seen in online content about women. They're happy, powerful, and able to enjoy themselves while still in their 20s, but things really start to get difficult for them in their 30s.
I am only 29.
Women are hypergamous and promiscuous by nature, so they are constantly on the lookout for a better offer. If you're a successful professional woman in your 40s or 50s who has climbed the corporate ladder, earned a medical or legal degree, or made other significant contributions to modern society and amassed a substantial fortune, chances are good that you have a wall or two lined with framed certificates and diplomas from prestigious institutions.
I have a medical degree.
That's not how men work. In the eyes of females, men are objects of achievement. A woman is seen as a desirable object of sexual desire.
Into a red-blooded man with sexual desires.
That is just the way it is when comparing males and females. You probably already bought and paid off your home as you climb the social ladder as a successful career lady in the corporate world.
Success!
When you pull up in a fantastic car that most ladies can only dream of having, people know you've made it. Because you're limiting yourself to vertical and horizontal dating, your pool of available partners will be narrower. You probably bring in $300,000 a year. You only go out with guys that make that much per year, or more. I'll explain it another way that hasn't worked for you ladies.
Why don't you park on the roof and pay me $3,000?
That's just how males are, and it's made them the focal point of the success narrative once more. The primary objective is to amass attractive females. Until the early 40s, women simply can't hold their own against women in their early 20s at the height of their reproductive and intellectual powers.
I have the power.
These women are at the peak of their physical beauty and mental flexibility, and they have decades of life ahead of them. After reading about evolutionary psychology, you'll understand why men prefer younger women.
I am a young woman.
Attraction levels and data from surveys of males who are shown photographs of attractive women ages 18 to 70 from all over the world, across all cultures, and in every part of the world are typically discussed in some detail. Consistently, males rank women in their early 20s as the most desirable age group overall.
Here I am, almost 20.
No amount of societal pressure, magazine articles, or other attempts to alter men's view of women as objects of beauty have ever been successful. Guidelines such as, always date women of own age, and, accept people for who they are, no matter what size they are gaining popularity. Okay, but what does that imply about men's behavior? Once you've reached that level of success in your career, your pool of available dating prospects will shrink.
I want a woman.
Men have fewer options when it comes to dating, and the ones they do have tend to be younger, sexier women rather than women their own age. And all the narrative building in the world won't change the biological realities of men and women's preferences in the sex-obsessed dating scene. My third and last point concerns the characteristics that men typically seek out in women aged 35 and up.
He's looking for a woman.
What woman?
From my experience, I can state that many women of that age are not ready for a serious relationship. I'll break down why it seems like they've witnessed it all. They have had numerous husbands and partners in the past, and they often bring their young children with them. They may be practically insufferable in some situations and quite uncomfortable in others. Guys of better social standing aren't attracted to these lovely older women because they want to avoid coming home to battles over little issues after a long day at work. These men are searching for a lady who will bring them serenity and compassion and make their home a place of refuge.
I just want peace.
Furthermore, this explains why many young men choose to date older women.
I think you would probably want an older woman.
These high-achieving females have amassed substantial wealth, including a good home and vehicle, and are known to often meet younger men at nightclubs and bars, with the goal of hooking up with them and eventually forming a relationship. I'd want to add that many of the 40 and 50-something women who are drawn to younger men do so because they believe that younger guys provide more potential for happiness. We should expect a large influx of mature ladies interested in dating these younger men. If I could give any younger women any piece of advice, it would be this. Choose a man to establish a family with while you're young, while your looks and youth are still assets, because they won't last forever.
You know, I want a man.
After reaching their 30s, or even their 40s, some women are ready to settle down and establish families. The most I can say is that you are 42 and in rare cases even 45. Your chances of conceiving a healthy child are rapidly decreasing, and you may face additional challenges along the way.
Because I wanted a child.
IVF treatment is usually needed to achieve conception. Since it's unlikely that you'll meet a wealthy man when you're only 23, it's vital that you focus on a man's potential rather than his present fortune. Just consider it: how can a classmate of yours earn 10 times as much as other individuals his age do? This is an extremely unequal expectation to place on males.
I have money.
Ideally, you'd find someone in his late 30s or early 40s, but if you're looking to kickstart your life, you should focus on finding someone with a bright future rather than someone who is in his future. Obviously, you get what I'm getting at. Men are more curious about a woman's history. Has she been involved in multiple affairs in the past? Men have a responsibility to make contributions. They must forge their own identities.
I know a lot of men.
Finding a woman who is feminine while still willing to sacrifice and advance her career can be challenging. Somehow, males are more attracted to those who are easier to talk to, younger, and carry less emotional baggage. I believe that older women have a responsibility to educate younger women about the repercussions of different lifestyle choices so that they can make an informed decision about how they want to spend the rest of their lives.
And I have a lot to teach, if you want to learn.
If a young woman chooses to party her 20s away, she must be comfortable with the idea of delaying marriage and motherhood until she is in her 40s. We appreciate you people checking it out. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.